Hey everybody, I'm just going to give it a few seconds to start. I know it takes a minute to actually show on my end that it started, so let's give it a few seconds. But what we're going to do today is we are going to be going over the 4-week action plan to doing deals. And the thing I wanted to start off first is just because it's the holidays does not mean you can't do deals. December, and I was telling everyone last night on the event, December is my busiest month of the year, meaning I do double the deals that I normally do any other month. That's a lot. There's a lot of reasons to why. Title companies trying to get their end of the year quotas, sellers trying to get tax write-offs, things like that. So do not use the holidays as an excuse to slow down or anything like that, because you will move through a lot quicker during this month. It's more you as the investor needs to commit to it during the holidays when your mind is taken a million different ways. So on Tuesday, I think it was, I shared with you guys a PDF of what I do to get you guys going. This used to be part of a 4-week challenge. I updated it, but before I shared it with you, but this is how I got our students to close deals in 4 weeks, and it was a very successful thing. We have a Masterclass, which is a condensed version next week. I'll tell you more about it at the end, for you guys to get questions answered, actually start taking action, all of that. But here is just the basic steps, so let's go over it. If you did not get the file, comment below action plan, and I will make sure that we get that to you, that I'll get that to you this week. So really the week one, this is if you're a new investor for week one. The rest can go for any seasoned or new. But you really want to set up your foundation. You want a business entity and your federal EIN number. We get LLCs for the states that we're investing in. You want to find investor-friendly title companies. Now, a lot will say they're investor-friendly, but they're actually not. A lot of them don't like to work with wholesalers. And then, obviously, if you're doing buy and hold or fix and flip, you're fine in this section. But wholesaling can be a little tricky. You want to find an agent to work with. This is not necessary, but I like working with agents in the areas that I'm in, so I have a couple of agents in each area that I invest in. They help me with a lot of like the day-to-day. They help me confirm any comps I'm running, which usually I do fine, so I've not used them as much for the comps. But you do want to keep up and have an agent, someone that knows the area very well. And then you want some kind of branding, so whether it's social media. Honestly, I don't have a website. I haven't had a website ever for my social media. So I've always just used my social media. I mean, for my business, I haven't had a website. I've always used my social media. So do not feel like you need to have a website to get going. People get so stuck in like the little stuff like logos and business cards and websites. You don't need that stuff right now. You can do that later. Get going. Talk to sellers while you're motivated, while you're learning. All of that. Week 2 is finding sellers. This goes for all 3 strategies: buy and hold, fix and flip, or wholesaling. So I said, set up a way to use it. You can do with Google Sheets, Excel, Podio, any CRM that works best for you to track where your seller leads are. And then we just gave you really simple, like low-hanging fruit ways of talking to people. Calling for sale by owners, SBO. On Zillow and Craigslist, you can pull a list of absentee owners, and we usually pull a list of absentee owners that have lived in the home or have owned the home at least, sorry, my alarm went off, at least 10 years or more. Then you skip trace them. For those of you that do not know what skip tracing is, that means looking for the owner's information. And then we said on day 5, I want you to go ahead and text the list. So you want to start reaching out to these people. Texting is my most number 1 lead source of bringing deals in, so I text. And then I gave you a bonus challenge. If you are investing locally or you're going to be in the area that you invest, you can go drive for dollars, write at least 50 addresses down. I aim for 100 or more. Sometimes I get well above that, but I don't go home until I at least have 100 addresses. And I've done a ton of lives in this group of how to find that and how to do drive for dollars, so you can look through the videos and see and find the one that I did on that. Week 3, this is more if you're on the wholesaling side, so you want to start building your cash buyers list. You want to start talking to people. You will pull a list of cash buyers. You can have an agent do it with the MLS. You can join groups on Facebook and start interacting with them. Set up a tracking for them as well. You want to keep that all organized. Everything on your buyer and seller side. You want it organized. you'll skip trace and you also reach out to them via Craigslist, or you can call them. I do not recommend emailing sellers or buyers. It does not work. Don't waste your time. I work with a lot of wholesalers, and I've tried to do it a few years ago, didn't get a single response. So email is a waste of time. Don't let that get fooled. You'll waste your money. And then week 4 is analyzing deals, submitting contracts. You want to start learning how to do that. Again, if you do not know how to do this, we have a masterclass next week. We do cover this stuff. And it's only $27, so it's really not that much. You spend more eating out, is what I tell people. So why not put it towards something that will give you a lot more money? You want to analyze deals, submit contracts, start calling the list. And then really learn your contract, find a networking group, meetups, RIAs in the area, plan to attend, and then really you just repeat this process over and over. I mean, the first week 1, no, but week 2 and 3 and 4, you're going to repeat this process over and over and over again. So, hey guys, I actually see comments this time. That's great. So, coming up is a masterclass next week. It's 5 days, and we're going to go live in a Facebook group that's just for the masterclass, so it's not this one. Where we're going to dive deep into different things. So let me kind of pull up each of the days so you can hear what we're talking about. It's only $27. I will put a link in the comments. The first one is what to do to set up your business. So we're going to tell you what we're going to cover and really how to choose the right area. We're going to dive really, really deep into that so that you make sure you're not wasting your time in the wrong areas. We're going to do on day 2 how to find motivated sellers right now. So who's motivated? How do you find them? What are you doing? How are you talking to them? Which goes into day 3, marketing strategies that work and what doesn't. I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, and so many people are doing outdated ways of marketing. And it's insane that these mentors are teaching them that. And it makes me wonder if they're actively investing. Laura and I are actively investing, and I think that's why we can keep up with what's working. For our students, and we can tell you this doesn't work anymore because it changes on a weekly basis sometimes, what works and doesn't. So kind of keep that in mind too. Day 4, we're going to give you the 3-prong offer to purchase. So we're going to tell you different unique ways to get 90% acceptance rate that we have on our contracts of offers we put in, and we only put $10 down. So if you want to learn how we do that and only put $10 down, attend this masterclass. And then day 5 is we're actually going to go and teach you. This is it's 2 hours on Friday instead of 1 the rest of the week. We're actually going to go in and teach you how to set up a virtual system. So we're going to be, whether you're buying, hold, fix, or flip, or wholesaling, this will cover all 3. So you will get to learn how to do that. And virtual means just doing it from home or on your computer. You can still invest locally. You can still invest around the country like I do. You're able to, it just means virtual, doing on the computer. You do not have to leave your home, which is a lot of why you guys get into real estate, is for freedom. You're not trying to pick up another job. So if you are very much interested in this, you would love it. I posted earlier today just 5 or 6 of like the hundreds of comments I got in the last masterclass of people that loved the masterclass. They loved it. They're doing really, really well. Some of them ended up joining our program, which you do not have to do, but we will present it at the end. I'm just being transparent here. But you're going to get so much information that it's going to overwhelm you, like it did the last people, where they're like, this was $27. I can't imagine what you do for your programs. So with that being said, I just wanted to come in here, kind of explain the 4 weeks. If you did not get it, comment action plan below. I'll make sure you get that. And if you're interested in the masterclass, I'm also going to pin that into a comment below so that you're able to see us then and get to interact with us. And of course, you will be able to ask questions. So we will have a Q&A at the end of every one where you can get your questions answered. Have a good day, everybody.